Okay guys, while my gear oil is still flowing in, I'm going to start putting on the belts. I'm going to have to take off the belt that I put on to power the water pump, just so I can put the air conditioning belt on and the power steering belt on, which goes in the back. Okay guys, so now they got all the belts on. I don't have them tightened yet. The bolts used to tighten it, there's a 14 millimeter right in there. This is a 14 millimeter bolt. The alternator has a 12 millimeter bolt on the other side. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. There's a 12 millimeter right there, and there's a 14 millimeter down right in there for the air conditioning. So the first one you want to tighten before you can tighten the air conditioning is this one, the alternator belt. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so to get the alternator tightened, I find it easier to get a crowbar. You jam it right in between here. There's a screw right back there that you jam it against, and you just pull it, and that'll tighten it enough. You don't want it super tight, but you don't want it super loose like this. If you look at it, there's not a lot of play. I'm going to tighten it just a little bit more, and then I'm going to get the bolt tightened so it stays where it is. Okay, so now that I've gotten this belt somewhat tight, I'm going to start tightening the air conditioning belt, which is this belt right here. And it is adjusted by this bolt, this 14 millimeter bolt right here. A tip for you I have is if you can't get this the pulley to move, you might need to loosen this cap here. This is like a pressure plate. It keeps the pulley from wobbling around, so you might need to loosen it a little bit so that you can adjust it. So basically what I'm going to do is just turn it right to tighten it until I get little to no play in the belts, and then we'll go to the power steering. Okay, the procedure to tighten the power steering is basically the same exact procedure we used to do the alternator. I find it easier to put the crowbar in right in here. You have a bolt right here and you have the water pump right here. You just put your crowbar right in there, push on it, and it will adjust the power steering pump, and then you can tighten the 14 millimeter bolt, which is right there.